There is a moment, often late at night, or early in the morning, when the world grows quiet. But your mind does not. Your body is still. Your eyes are closed. Your breath is slow. Yet inside, thoughts race like untrained horses. Memories appear uninvited. Worries rehearse the future. The past speaks louder than the present. And you wonder, why can't I silence my mind? Why does meditation feel harder than it should? Why do my thoughts become louder the moment I try to be still? If you have ever asked these questions, this message was meant to find you. Because according to Paramahansa Yogananda, the problem is not that your mind is restless. The problem is that you have been taught to fight it. Tonight, you will learn why the mind resists silence, why force never brings peace, and how stillness arises. Not through control, but through understanding. Stay with this video until the end. What you hear may change the way you meditate forever. Before we go deeper, take a moment to support this space. If you are seeking inner calm, clarity of thought, and a deeper relationship with consciousness, subscribe to Inner Divine. Like this video, so its frequency reaches others who are searching. And comment below. I choose stillness over struggle. Your interaction strengthens the energy of this teaching. Now, let us begin. Why the mind refuses to be still. Paramahansa Yogananda taught that the restless mind is not an enemy. It is a habit. A habit formed over lifetimes of outward attention. From childhood, you were trained to look outward for answers. Education trained the intellect. Society rewarded constant thinking. Technology conditioned instant reaction. Very few were taught how to turn awareness inward. So when you sit to meditate, the mind does what it has always done. It moves. Yogananda said the mind is like a lake. When the surface is disturbed, the bottom cannot be seen. But if the lake is allowed to become calm, clarity appears naturally. Stillness is not manufactured. It is revealed. The mistake most meditators make is trying to silence the mind through force. They grip attention too tightly. They judge every thought. They grow frustrated with themselves. And frustration itself becomes another wave on the lake. The great misunderstanding about meditation. Meditation is not concentration. Meditation is not thought suppression. Meditation is not mental control. Yogananda warned that trying to force the mind into silence creates inner conflict. Conflict strengthens ego. Ego strengthens restlessness. True meditation is cooperation, not domination. The mind quiets when it feels safe to do so. Just as a child becomes calm in the presence of trust, the mind becomes calm when awareness is gentle. Silence arises not when thoughts are attacked, but when attention is withdrawn from feeding them. Thoughts survive on interest. When interest fades, thoughts dissolve. The law of attention, where energy flows. Yogananda taught a simple law. Energy flows where attention goes. When you watch a thought, you give it energy. When you resist a thought, you give it energy. When you fear a thought, you give it energy. But when you observe a thought, without involvement, it starves. The mind is not stilled by effort. It is stilled by disinterest. This is why meditation deepens. Not through strain, but through ease. The role of breath in stilling the mind. According to Yogananda, breath and mind are inseparable. Where breath moves, thought follows. Where breath becomes still, thought naturally slows. This is why breath awareness is the gateway to meditation. Do not control the breath aggressively. Simply observe it. Let inhalation and exhalation become smooth, unbroken, gentle. As the breath lengthens, the nervous system relaxes. As the nervous system relaxes, the mind loses its urgency. Stillness is physiological before it is spiritual. Why thoughts increase at first? Many meditators believe they are bad at meditation because thoughts seem to increase. Yogananda explained that thoughts were always there. Meditation simply makes you aware of them. It is like entering a quiet room. After living near a busy road, the noise did not increase. Your sensitivity did. This awareness is progress. Do not retreat from it. Do not label it failure. Observation precedes mastery. One of Yogananda's central teachings was the cultivation of the witness. You are not the mind. You are the observer of the mind. Thoughts arise. You remain. Thoughts fall. You remain. When identity shifts from thinker to witness, mental turbulence loses authority. The moment you stop saying, I am thinking, and begin saying, thoughts are appearing, freedom begins. The ego's fear of stillness. Why does the mind resist silence? Because silence threatens the ego. The ego survives through activity, narrative, and identity reinforcement. Stillness dissolves boundaries. Stillness reveals presence without story. The ego fears disappearance, so it distracts you. It reminds you of unfinished tasks. It creates imaginary futures. It replays emotional loops. Recognize this gently. Resistance is not danger. It is a sign of depth. Yogananda's practical method for stilling the mind. Yogananda emphasized 3 pillars. 1. Relaxation of the body. 2. Calmness of the breath. 3. Withdrawal of attention. Begin with conscious relaxation. Scan the body slowly. Release tension from the forehead. Soften the jaw. Drop the shoulders. Relax the abdomen. A tense body cannot host a calm mind. Then bring attention to the breath. Not forcefully. Lovingly. Finally, withdraw attention from external sensations. Let sounds pass through you. Let sensations float. Do not chase stillness. Allow it. The myth of the perfect meditation. There is no such thing as a perfect meditation session. Some days are quiet. Some days are restless. Both are valid. Yogananda taught that consistency matters more than experience. Do not measure meditation by outcomes. Measure it by sincerity. A restless meditation, performed with devotion, is more powerful than a calm meditation, performed with ego. Stillness is your natural state. Silence is not something you create. It is something you remember. Between thoughts, there is already peace. Between breaths, there is already stillness. Meditation simply lengthens these gaps until silence becomes the background of your life. Yogananda said that in deep stillness, the soul recognizes itself, not as personality, not as history, but as presence. The long-term effects of a stilled mind. A stilled mind does not make life passive. It makes action precise. Decisions arise from clarity, not compulsion. Emotions flow without control. Fear loses its grip. Intuition sharpens. You begin responding, not reacting. Life feels guided, rather than forced. Meditation is not confined to posture. A truly stilled mind walks with awareness, listens without impatience, speaks without compulsion. Even amidst chaos, there is an inner center that remains untouched. This is the true fruit of meditation. Remember this. You are not failing at meditation. You are unlearning resistance. Stillness is not achieved by fighting the mind. It is revealed when you stop feeding it. Return gently. Again and again. Silence is patient. It has always been waiting. If this teaching resonated with you, subscribe to Inner Divine. Like this video to help it reach those in search of peace. And comment below. Stillness lives within me. Until we meet again. May your breath soften, your thoughts loosen, and your awareness rest in its natural, luminous calm.